moments over the years, ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Clemson Tigers offense will take the field first. The Tigers pulled out a close one the last time they saw their Palmetto State rivals.
And Clemson, they were sleepwalking early in that game. They know when they play South Carolina, they're going to get their A-plus effort. They're going to have to take some haymakers, and they got to wake up in this one, Dave.
I think it's tough late in the season, regardless when you play. The rivalry is deep. The hatred is deep. Even when seasons are out of touch for South Carolina, they can put an exclamation point by beating Clemson at the end of the year.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and hit the tackle for once.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. They'll try to get it through the air. Bring in the heat. On a little time, lets it go. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Gamecocks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to...
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Punts it out of the air. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom. Stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. They're testing the right side here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. The short hands, it's Tease. Pulled down for the tackle. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Using his feet to buy time. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got him in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete and will change ends of the field now. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down, trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Working that left side now. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He'll pull it down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with, but he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big fourth down conversion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Soft spot in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but he's going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head." Yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. A run for the quarterback. Turning it on! Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
I'll tell you what, dude, in today's football, I'm not starting a team without a guy that can do that at the quarterback spot. You see it. He hits the gas, pulls it down quickly, and just goes. Whether he's reading something, whether he's throwing, he is always a threat to run the football. He completely changes the way you play defense.
The give out of the gun. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos, a silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Finds his man. It's Rogers. Got room on the return. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Creates a little space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Caught close to the marker. It's Rogers. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Sellers. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. He's got him. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he'll just get rid of that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good. He's going to score more points in the second half. They've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Keeps it. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They're going to ride this running back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute those.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. On a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trim to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit. Wide open on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Right back to the well. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Oh, he makes the catch. There he goes. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football, you could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay, I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Going to swing it on second down. Hit as he throws. A strike downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now, but it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. from the gun. They'll give it on the inside. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the first. He wasn't able to do that, and now it sets up 4th and short.
Converts on 4th down, still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he...
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
And how about this defense? Wouldn't let him throw it into the end zone and then swarming to make the tackle to stop them short. They'll run this play from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got the first down, looking for more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. To the air, it's Sellers. Got the quick pass. Now they've got with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Got it in the middle. It's Tyler. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shot.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Blasted as he lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Here comes the Heat. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. With the catch, it's Sellers. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. They'll immediately call timeout. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Makes the catch. It's Tyler. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here we go. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. One more play to pad the stats. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. South Carolina did a lot of throwing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.